Most drivers think a rough idle or trouble starting the car points to spark plugs or maybe the battery. But what if I told you that countless people waste hundreds, sometimes even thousands, replacing the wrong parts when the real culprit is something far more critical? In this video, we'll expose 13 overlooked red flags that can save you from catastrophic repairs if you spot them early. These aren't the symptoms most people expect, which is why so many get it wrong. Let's separate the myths from reality and see how many you'd actually recognize. Number 1. Engine sputters at high speeds. You're cruising on the highway, the engine humming smoothly, when suddenly the car jerks. It feels like it's gasping for air. Most drivers immediately blame spark plugs for this kind of stumble, but the truth often lies elsewhere. That on and off sputter at higher speeds is one of the earliest warnings that your fuel pump is no longer keeping up with demand. At moderate speeds or idle, the pump may function well enough, but once you press harder on the accelerator, it reveals its weakness. Many assume this kind of stutter means the ignition coils are wearing out, or that the air filter is clogged. While both can cause roughness, neither shows up so specifically at highway speeds. The difference here is fuel pressure. A weak or dying pump can't provide the consistent flow your engine requires during heavy acceleration. So instead of smooth combustion, you feel hesitation and sputtering. Recognizing the pattern now can save you thousands in unnecessary repairs. Sputtering at high speed is your car's way of flashing an early SOS signal that points straight to the pump, not to dirty plugs. And what about when the car won't even start in the first place? Number 2. Trouble starting the car. Picture turning the key, waiting for that quick roar of the engine, but instead all you get is long, dragging cranking. Each second feels heavier, and you're left wondering if the battery is low or if the starter just gave out. That's where most people point the blame, but the truth is much less obvious and far more costly if ignored. A weak fuel pump mimics those same symptoms and tricks drivers into spending money on the wrong parts. Here's what's really going on. When you start your car, the pump has one critical job: send enough pressurized fuel through the line so it sprays evenly into the combustion chamber. Without that strong prime at startup, the spark plugs don't even get a proper mixture to ignite. That's why you hear cranking, but nothing catches. Think about it this way. If the battery was weak, you'd often hear slow clicking or fading electrical power. But endless cranking with steady electrical sound points in one clear direction, fuel isn't there. Repeated struggles starting after the car has sat still overnight narrow the cause down even further. That sluggish start is your fuel pump showing its weakness. But the issue gets scarier when that same loss of pressure shows up while you're already on the road. Number 3. Loss of power under stress. Ever tow a trailer or push up a long hill only to feel your car sag in power as if it's about to quit? That sinking feeling isn't just frustrating. It's an early sign that your fuel pump isn't delivering what the engine demands when you need it most. Under normal cruising or idle conditions, the pump might seem fine because the fuel needs are lower. But as soon as you put the engine under serious strain, weak pressure exposes itself. Many drivers immediately jump to more complicated explanations, like blaming the transmission for slipping or assuming the catalytic converter is clogged. While both can cause power issues, the key difference is how the problem shows itself. Transmission problems usually bring shifting troubles. A clogged converter causes consistent sluggishness. With a weakening pump, the issue mostly appears during heavy loads, while the car still feels normal at idle or light driving. Mechanics often point out this exact split, smooth, idle, yet faltering under strain, as a classic signature of pump weakness. When ignored, though, that hesitation doesn't just rob performance. It can take a much more dangerous turn: sudden engine stalls. Number 4. Frequent engine stalls. Few things rattle you more than a car shutting off while you're still rolling down the road. The steering goes heavy, the brake pedal feels stiff, and in that instant, you realize how dangerous a stall can be when traffic is still flying around you. That's why frequent stalling isn't just annoying. It's a direct safety threat you can't ignore. Many drivers blame small and simple parts for this issue. They suspect the idle air control valve isn't working or that there's some random electrical glitch cutting the power. Those guesses make sense on the surface, but they miss the bigger picture. When the fuel pump can't hold steady pressure, the engine simply runs out of supply mid-operation. It doesn't matter if you're at a red light or going 30 miles an hour, the effect is the same. Your engine dies without warning. The truth is, consistent stalls always mean unreliable fuel delivery. They aren't random quirks, and they won't solve themselves. They're direct proof your pump can't keep your engine alive. And sometimes the pump doesn't just shut you down, it can also jolt you forward out of nowhere. Number 5, surging engine. Imagine cruising steadily down the road, maintaining a smooth rhythm, when suddenly the car jerks forward as if you tapped the accelerator without meaning to. That abrupt surge doesn't feel like a simple hiccup. It feels intentional, almost like the car has a mind of its own. For many drivers, it's one of the most unsettling experiences because it appears without warning and disappears just as quickly. The natural reaction is to assume something mechanical is sticking, like a throttle body hanging open, or maybe even a sensor sending false signals to the engine computer. These guesses sound logical, but they often lead drivers down the wrong repair path, costing time and money while leaving the real problem untouched. Think of yourself at highway speed, locked into cruise control. Out of nowhere, the revs jump several hundred RPMs before settling back again. It feels like the car lunged forward just for a moment. Those bursts point squarely at an ailing fuel pump. Surges aren't phantom glitches. You're watching uneven pressure in action. But to confirm it, professionals turn to one thing first: the numbers on a fuel pressure test. Number 6, low fuel pressure readings. Here's the cold, numerical proof your fuel pump is struggling. Low fuel pressure readings. This isn't guesswork or a hunch. It's literal numbers showing that the pump is no longer delivering what your engine requires. Unlike symptoms that can be misread or confused with other issues, a pressure test cuts straight through speculation. If the gauge shows numbers below the manufacturer's specification, the pump is falling behind. The problem is many DIers skip this simple step. Instead, they rely solely on check engine codes, hoping an error message will point them in the right direction. But codes don't tell the full story the way a direct reading does. Fuel pressure is at the foundation of combustion efficiency. Without enough pressure, the injectors can't atomize the fuel properly, and your cylinders are left running lean. That loss of consistency not only hurts performance, it accelerates failure across other systems. Mechanics know that low numbers show up before codes do. A scanner might not report a fault until the imbalance is severe. By contrast, a fuel pressure gauge can reveal a trend of declining output days or even weeks earlier. Even tools most drivers already have, like an OBD2 scanner, can log live data that reflects pressure-related problems before the car shows clear external symptoms. Number 7, whining noise from the fuel tank. Ever heard a faint whining from underneath your car? Almost like a distant siren that never seems to go away? That sound can be unnerving, and with good reason. Fuel pumps are designed to operate quietly. In fact, under normal driving conditions, you shouldn't hear them at all from inside the cabin. When a noticeable whine begins to come from the fuel tank area, it's not just harmless background noise. It's often a direct warning that something inside the pump is going wrong. One common misconception is that this noise is just regular road vibration or a normal hum from the car running. While it's easy to write it off as nothing, most pumps only start making audible sounds when they're under stress. That stress usually comes from two main causes: wear inside the pump's moving parts, or fuel starvation due to low levels, or contamination restricting its ability to stay cool. Pumps rely on fuel for both lubrication and cooling. When they don't get enough, the motor inside can overheat and begin grinding or whining loudly. Number 8, poor fuel efficiency. Do you suddenly find yourself stopping at the gas station more often than usual? If your driving habits haven't changed but your wallet feels lighter, the cause may not be as simple as the price of fuel going up. Poor fuel economy is one of those overlooked signals many drivers don't link to a struggling fuel pump. Yet it can be one of the clearest warnings. Most people blame underinflated tires, aggressive acceleration, or even heavier cargo for sudden drops in miles per gallon. While those factors can play a role, they usually cause gradual or predictable changes. A sharp decline, especially one that happens without a big change in driving style, often points directly at inconsistent fuel delivery. When a weak pump can't maintain steady pressure, the injectors don't spray fuel in a fine mist. Instead, combustion becomes less efficient, wasting precious fuel in every cycle. Experts note that a deteriorating pump forces the engine's control system to compensate. To keep the engine running, it adjusts injector timing and pulse width, which makes the engine consume far more gas than normal. The driver doesn't feel it immediately, but the gas needle tells the story. You may notice full tanks emptying sooner than expected, or trips that used to take half a tank suddenly draining 3/4. Number 9. Car won't start at all. The ultimate nightmare is simple. You turn the key, waiting for the engine to come alive, but absolutely nothing happens. No roar, no idle, just silence except for the starter motor spinning. At this point, the fuel pump isn't weak or struggling, it's completely failed. Without it, the engine doesn't stand a chance of starting. This is where most drivers run into unnecessary bills. Convinced that the battery must be dead or the starter worn out, they replace parts that were never broken in the first place. Swapping relays, alternators, or entire ignition systems becomes a guessing game that only burns time and money. The harsh truth is that none of those electrical components matter if the pump never sends fuel forward. A car engine doesn't start by spark alone. It needs a precise combination of air, ignition, and pressurized fuel. When the pump is gone, the fuel portion simply doesn't exist. No pressure means nothing reaching the injectors, no atomization, and no combustion. Mechanics have a term for it: the crank no start condition. The starter turns the engine over again and again, but it never fires because nothing is being delivered to burn. Number 10. Misfiring cylinders. Ever hear your engine suddenly knock, stumble, or even skip like it's losing rhythm out of nowhere? That's a misfire, and it usually sends drivers straight to the auto parts store for a new set of spark plugs. It seems like the obvious solution. After all, plugs are inexpensive and known for causing misfires when worn. The problem is that this assumption leaves out another common culprit hiding deeper in the system. A misfire doesn't always mean the spark is weak. Sometimes the spark is perfectly fine, but the cylinder simply has nothing usable to ignite. When the fuel pump begins to lose efficiency, it can no longer maintain steady pressure across all injectors. That drop disrupts the air-fuel ratio, pushing cylinders into a lean condition where combustion fails to fully take place. The result is a stumble or knock that feels exactly like a failed ignition event. Here's the catch. Swapping plugs won't touch this problem. The root cause continues until the pump is addressed. Misfires tied to a lean mixture are your car's way of spotlighting pump failure, not spark failure. And the danger doesn't stop there, because lean mixtures don't just misfire. They run hotter, setting the stage for engine overheating. Number 11. Overheating engine due to lean fuel mixture. Did you know fuel does more than power your car? It also helps keep the engine cool. Many drivers assume gasoline only exists to ignite and move pistons, but it plays a second role most people overlook: regulating combustion temperatures. When a fuel pump starts failing and less fuel reaches the cylinders, the engine doesn't just run poorly, it actually begins running hotter. This happens because reduced fuel flow forces the engine into what's called a lean condition. In other words, there's too much air and not enough fuel in the mix. That imbalance raises the temperature inside the combustion chamber, putting extreme stress on valves, pistons, and gaskets. The surprising part is how often this is mistaken for something else. Most drivers assume overheating comes from a broken water pump, a coolant leak, or a faulty thermostat. But the cooling system isn't always to blame. That's why fuel starvation can be so deceptive. Overheating without any visible coolant problem is often a direct result of a weak pump. In these cases, topping off antifreeze or flushing radiators won't fix anything. The real problem is the pump starving your engine of the fuel it needs to stay balanced. And before this level of heat stress shows up, many drivers notice hesitation whenever they press the accelerator. Number 12. Hesitation when accelerating. You press the gas expecting a smooth surge of power, but instead the car pauses awkwardly before picking up speed. That hesitation feels wrong every single time, and it can make everyday driving stressful. What makes it worse is how misleading the symptom can be. Many drivers assume something in the electronics is failing, especially the throttle position sensor. and start swapping parts without solving the real issue. When a fuel pump starts to weaken, it struggles to adjust fuel delivery at the same pace your foot demands acceleration. Engines need an immediate increase in fuel pressure to match airflow the instant you press the pedal. A weak pump creates a delay. The injectors receive less fuel than the air rushing in, and for a moment the cylinders run lean. That imbalance produces the hesitation you feel before the engine catches up. So if acceleration feels jerky or delayed, chances are it's not your sensors at all. It's your fuel pump failing to provide enough pressure fast enough. Eventually, even if you miss the driving cues, your dashboard reminds you the system has detected fuel-related trouble and lights up with a warning. Number 13, check engine light triggered by fuel system codes. When that dreaded check engine light flashes, most drivers automatically assume it means a single part has failed and it needs to be replaced. It feels like the car is handing you the answer directly, when in reality it's only handing you a clue. The light alone doesn't spell out replace fuel pump. What it does is warn you that something in the system isn't adding up. That's where many people take a wrong turn. Instead of interpreting what the codes actually mean, they chase them blindly, throwing in new sensors or swapping injectors because those terms showed up in a scan. This shotgun approach burns money quickly and rarely solves the problem. The codes are never literal replacements. They're markers pointing toward where the fault lies. If you look closely, fuel system-related codes appear in the form of lean conditions, repeated misfires, or unexpected fuel trim readings. Each of these is evidence of pressure behind the scenes not meeting requirements. A skilled eye recognizes that while sensors pick up the data, the pump may be the origin of the imbalance. A failing fuel pump can copy the signs of many other car issues, which is why so many people replace the wrong parts. The key is learning to spot the real clues, like sputtering at high speeds, whining from the tank, or low-pressure numbers, that point directly to the pump itself. Don't waste money chasing myths or guessing at fixes. Test fuel pressure, follow the data, and keep up with preventive maintenance before the problem grows. Ignoring these symptoms isn't just costly, it's dangerous. The smallest sign from your fuel system could be the loudest warning your car ever gives. If this helped you identify bad fuel pump symptoms, tap like and subscribe for proven DIY tips. Be first to catch 10 used cars dealers secretly warn their friends to avoid when it drops.